Welcome. This is a short video on fatigue and managing your energy levels and looking at practical advice to self-manage. This is aimed at people who have had an illness or a long-term condition, and it's looking at how to manage your energy the best you can and to make it so you can do more with your time more easily. So we're going to look at what is fatigue and why it is beneficial to manage it, why it's important to monitor your energy levels, and look at a strategy called the 3Ps, which is around creating a routine and conserving your energy, looking at prioritizing, planning, and pacing, which is known as the 3Ps. So what is fatigue? Fatigue can vary from person to person, and everyone's fatigue symptoms are unique and vary in intensity and level as to how long they last. And there are different causes too, and that's just why it's very difficult to define what fatigue is. But fatigue can be experienced either physically, emotionally, and mentally, and usually involves a lack of physical and also or mental energy that affects you to do your usual day-to-day and desired activities. It's common to have low energy when you're recovering from an illness or managing a long-term condition. And that has an impact on your daily life. So even simple tasks that you do every day can lead to feelings of frustration and anger and isolation when it's something that you take for granted that you've been able to do prior to your illness. So why do we need to manage fatigue? It's looking at how you can create good quality rest for your mind and your body. And it's important to do that so that you can manage and recover from activities more quickly. And this will take practice. As we've already identified, fatigue can affect you physically, mentally, and emotionally. And it may be looking at building rest periods into your daily routine can be important. And it may be that maybe doing seated activities such as watching television, going on your phone or online, or it might be doing mindfulness or relaxation activities or yoga may help you feel more relaxed. Everyone has individual ways that they feel more relaxed and energized that will work for them. And it might be trial and error as to what you feel makes you feel more energized and relaxed. It is equally important about having a good bedtime routine and a good sleep. Sleep habits can also have an impact too. But it's recognizing that sometimes to rest fully, we may need to change what we are doing. And this may take time and practice. So why do we need to be aware of our energy levels and monitor them? People who are not living with a health condition wake up with an unlimited amount of energy. They can get out of bed, they can shower, they can dress, make meals, exercise, go to work and visit friends, all without a great deal of thought and planning. However, people living with fatigue may only start each day with a certain amount of energy. Think of it of either a certain amount of energy in a pot for each task or activity that you do, or as a spoon, that you've got all these little spoons of energy and you only have so many spoons or pots. And this can vary from person to person, and only you know how many spoons or pots you have of energy for that day. So the plan is for you to be able to get an overview of your energy levels and look for common themes. So looking at what boosts your energy and when do you feel more fatigued and more drained? And one way to look at that is to think of what does a good day look like for you? What are those days that make you feel more energized? And looking at then on the other side as to those days that make you feel more drained and more fatigued. It might be useful to have a chat with a family member or someone who knows well and jot down a list of those days, or keep a journal or a diary as to examples of when you feel more energized and when you have more energy and those days that you don't, just to see if you can pull out and see if there's any patterns as to how you're expending your energy on different days. So the 3Ps, prioritizing, planning and pacing. This is a technique that's used in fatigue management and energy conservation. And it's about adapting some of your activities so you can improve your quality of life. And then that feeds into making you feel better about yourself. And this can have an impact on your mood as well. So the 3 Ps are prioritizing, thinking about asking yourself, does it need to be done today? Can someone help me? Can someone else do the task? Planning, what activities are involved? What have I got on this week, this month? When is the best time for me to achieve this? And pacing, looking at the tempo of what you're doing. Can the task be broken down into small parts, into little chunks? Does it all need to be done in one go? And how can I be more efficient in what it is that I need to do? So let's look at prioritising. Here are some top tips. So prioritising is all about activities that you need to do or want to do. And making these changes to your routine can be hard, but if you look at prioritising activities, it can mean you can save energy for the things that you really want to or need to do. And if fatigue means you can't get everything done in that day that you would like, then it's looking at concentrating on the most important tasks that can help. And one way you can do this is writing down or thinking about a list of activities that you do in a typical week, and mark out which are important to you. Mark out those jobs that you would rather not do, and mark out those jobs that can be done less often, and mark down any of those that don't really need doing at all. But most importantly, be kind to yourself and don't try to do everything. And you need to create a balance of activities in what you need and you want to do. And looking at delegating or dropping tasks if you feel that you can't do that, and asking someone else to take on that task or activity. And look at the activities that make you feel more energized and give you that uplift and lift your mood. So let's have a look at planning. Looking at activities that you normally do on a daily or a weekly basis and developing a plan as to how you can spread these activities out. And we've already talked about having a journal or a weekly planner, and you can jot these down so it creates a visual log of what and plan of what you're going to do for the rest of the week. So if certain activities make you feel breathless or fatigued, rather than doing them in one go, plan and break them down into throughout the day or over the week or over a few days. And you could possibly change the time of different activities. So maybe if you feel like you have busier mornings and have a shower or a bath in the evening or the afternoon. And things like doing activities such as gardening or laundry or food shopping, doing them on different days and building in rest days in between, so spreading it out over the course of several days. It's important just knowing about the priorities that are important to you so that you can plan your time more effectively. And it's like having a timetable for your day, which may feel a bit strange or regimented to start off with, but as you get more confident, it teaches you a strategy to be able to plan your energy and for the things that you particularly enjoy doing. And finally, pacing. This is looking at making sure that you've got enough energy to complete a task. And it might be that you need to break the activity into smaller tasks and spread it out throughout the day, and adjusting parts of the activity to reduce the energy demands. So it might be sitting rather than standing to complete activities in the kitchen. It might be building rest periods when you're doing a task, and recognizing that you stop that you'll recover better if you stop when you're tired rather than doing a task till you're exhausted. For example, if you do a big task and really push yourself, then it'll take you longer to recover. So this is about pacing yourself. And an example here is maybe if you climb 5 steps and stop for 30 seconds and have a rest and repeat this, rather than completing all the stairs at once and taking a long rest, which could leave you feeling achy and tired into the next day. Here are some resources where you can get more information, various charities have lots of information about managing fatigue and with tips and techniques. And you can always speak to your GP surgery who can look at referring you through to either the various local services like the community therapy team and psychology services for more support. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope you can apply some of the strategies to your daily life.